Everyone, boba break right now. Collective boba break. Yes. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Oh, let's flip it. Flip that. Hi everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are a recurring guest. Today, I'm wearing my new Bob's Burgers shirt that I thrifted the other day. But aside from that, if you couldn't tell from the title of this video, we're gonna be talking about Alice Oseman books. I think she is one of my favorite authors, and I really love the Heartstopper series on Netflix. I know they just wrapped filming for the movie, which is supposed to be the series finale, that they're turning into a film for whatever reason. I'm actually reading the web comics, webtoons at the same time or before the movie comes out, so that's just me thinking ahead and planning ahead, because I feel like that's supposed to be volume 6 and there's no volume 6 printed yet, so that's what the internet is for, isn't it? As you can see, I have my Alice Oseman book collection over here. There's a bit of a glare, sorry, but they're all here. And I've read all of them now because I just finished I Was Born for This the other day, last week at some point. So now I can rank these. I don't know if these are all of the books that she has published, but these are the ones I have my hands on. I think I have a ranking of all of them, including the graphic novels. However, this one was really difficult. The graphic novels specifically, I haven't gotten into them in quite some time, so this is just from my memory of what was in there, including the Nick and Charlie novellas. This is Winter and Nick and Charlie. The Heartstopper novellas? They're Heartstopper novellas now. So let's get into it, just from my memory and what I wrote on Goodreads. So I think I have a total of 11. We're gonna go from number 11 down to 1. Watch Mojo style. I'm not gonna lie, this one was a little bit sad. Both the fact that I'm ranking it so low and also the content of what's in this book. So here's the thing, I don't hate any of them, right? Including the one I'm going to talk about right now. But from most to least favorite, this one might probably be my least because I DNF'd it. Y'all, I didn't finish this one and I don't know why. Like, I really wanted to and I tried to continue and like trudge on, but I just couldn't anymore. Unfortunately, at number 11, I have Solitaire. This is her first one, right? This is her first book, and I'm ranking it so low. I'm so sorry, Miss Oseman, but geez, this one was heavy. It's a really good introduction to this world and this universe, though. So Solitaire is from the perspective of Tori, who is Charlie's older sister. I love the character of Tori in the graphic novels and in the series, and so I was so excited to get into this one because I want to get in her head and know what she's thinking. And you got into her head, and it's a dark place in there, but also I love that Alice Oseman didn't fear going there, you know what I mean? Basically, the premise of this is when you want to be alone, other people always get in the way. It is very much about someone who pushes people away, someone who's a little bit avoidant, because she has the biggest and most caring heart ever. It's quite an interesting read. It is kind of heavy in the sense that you have someone who's going through a lot of things personally, and school is like not helping with that. Now she's getting older, she's trying to think about her future. There are a lot of people who care about her, but she's having a difficult time letting them. And it's also about being on the internet because she's a blogger. I think one of the main reasons why I couldn't really finish this is because it seemed to have a little bit of like a sci-fi element, a little bit of magical realism where like, okay, now this is happening and kind of like the worst case scenarios happen. I think at some point I will come back to this. I don't know if I'm going to start over or if I'm going to try to find where I left off because I took my bookmark out. I was like, there's no way I'm going to finish this right now. But unfortunately, I'm going to be ranking this at number 11. So I'm sorry, Miss Tori. Love you. Where am I going to put these for now? Okay. And then at number 10, I have I Was Born for This. Unfortunately, this is at number 10. I was super into the concept. It's about a famous boy band. They seem kind of One Direction-y, a little 5 Seconds of Summer-ish. I'm not sure if they were based on a band in real life. It is about two characters. It is dual perspective, I think. But it centers on these two characters, Angel and Jimmy. This guy right here. Jimmy is a rock star, pretty much. He's openly trans and he suffers from major anxiety. So that's really difficult to navigate if you're in a super famous boy band that is about to go global or international. Angel has this fixation on this band specifically. Like her whole life kind of revolves around what they're doing, their music, and the boys themselves, all these fan theories. So if you're like a fangirl of something, or if you nerd out about something, this is really fun because it's relatable in that sense, where you're like, this, artwork or this art piece is like really incredible and I'm obsessed with it. Honestly, this one ranks lower for me because to me the pacing was a little bit slower. I thought it was going to involve more of their connection and their relationship, but that didn't come until about a little more than halfway into this book. Things didn't start picking up for me until about a third of the way. But I do like all the tie-ins with Joan of Arc because the band is called The Arc and there's a tie-in with the name Joan. I think Alice Oseman is very clever when it comes to parallels and references. And in the acknowledgments of this book, she recognizes and mentions the people in her life who have helped her as sources and doing research on different cultures and identities. But when I got into this book, whenever I got back to it, it was really a cool read and I was pretty invested for the most part, but not the whole part. So unfortunately, this is at number 10, but it's such a good read. I'm going to recommend this one. I'm going to recommend all these books if I'm being honest. Okay, so I was having a difficult time ranking these ones next because I don't know, it felt weird to rank them in this way. But at number 9, I think I'm gonna put Nick and Charlie. Obviously, I really love these characters and I love where they're going in this novella because out of this like fantasy, young love world comes this hard-hitting grip of reality, I guess. I also forgot that Charlie is reading I Was Born for This in this cover. Same. I love this novella though. I think I'm ranking it a little lower because I did like some of the other books a little bit more, but it doesn't discount how much I really enjoyed this when I read it. I think I read this twice actually because it's such a quick read. It's really easy. I don't think you need to fully read all of the Heartstopper graphic novels in order to get this and understand it, but if you do and you're super plugged into that universe, you'll appreciate this a lot more. Basically, I think this one comes in between volumes 4 and 5 or after 5. But I also love the cover because in this one, Nick is taking a nap and Charlie is reading. And in the one in the back, Charlie's the one taking a nap or falling asleep and Nick is watching a movie. Coming in at number 8, I'm gonna give this slot to This Winter. This one hurt my soul. I think as I have a difficult time around the holidays as well, this one is a little bit relatable for me. If you only watch the series, you won't know that Charlie is a middle child, but Charlie is a middle child, okay? Because Oliver, I think is the younger brother's name, is a brother, not a cousin. So, big difference. Also, I love that in season 3, they put this in the Netflix show. When I saw it as an episode, I was not ready. I was like, no way, this is a whole episode. I love that this character had someone to go to, had several people to go to, but they showed it in different ways at different times. Ooh, this one hurt, but it was also so healing for me. So incredible. Thank you, Miss Oseman. I will say, just because this one is at number 7 does not mean I didn't like it. I really liked this read, but I also couldn't separate the Heartstopper graphic novels in ranking order because I loved all of it so much. So if it wasn't for the graphic novels, this one would be a little bit higher, but because I'm including all 5 of them right now, this one is coming in at number 7. I got this kind of on a whim. I knew I wanted to read it, was contemplating on diving into it, but when I did, I think I binged this one. This is one of the ones where at any spare waking moment I have, or even not waking moment that I was not supposed to have, I was into this one. This is Radio Silence. I was gonna say by Alice Oseman, but they're all by Alice Oseman. This one centers on Aled, who is Charlie and Tao's best friend in the graphic novel series. In the Netflix series, this character is blended into the character of Isaac. I forgot Miss Girl's name. Francis. You know what? I feel like Alice Oseman has a thing with people who are artistic and creative and put things out there like on the internet, and people that are their biggest fans, because this is kind of like that. Aled is a famously unknown podcaster, like storytelling podcast, so it's kind of like old school Radio Silence. He has created this world called Universe City. It's a lot deeper than it seems to the public. The only one who's kind of sort of getting it, or at least will actually be close enough to Aled to understand it, is Frances. She is also kind of internet famous for drawing the characters of Universe City and posting them on Tumblr, I think. They both know each other in real life but don't know who each other are online. So when they connect virtually, they realize who they are in person, and that friendship and connection virtually really manifests and transcends into their real life, and they form a real human connection. And it's really vulnerable and it's very open, and I love the way that Alice Oseman writes anxiety and anxious thoughts. It's so good. It's in this one and Loveless as well, but it's so true and real and relatable, and the way that it's structured is just incredible. Like, if anybody experiences anxiety or is anxious a little bit sometimes, maybe get into these, because it makes you feel so very seen. I love where this story was going. I'm just gonna say that this is a good one. Okay, so my rankings for 5 through 2 are gonna be the Heartstopper graphic novels. Let's get into it. This one hurt to try to rank because I feel like I liked all of them equally, but I also wanted to separate it, so here we go. Oh my god, this one was so hard. Like, y'all, this was difficult. I probably shouldn't have done that, because this is my ranking and I could have just done whatever. I could have just been like, at number 2 is all the Heartstopper graphic novels, but no, I wanted to make it difficult for myself. Oh gosh. Okay, so at number 6, I have Heartstopper Volume 2. I don't know why. I loved all of them. I don't know why I did this to myself. And then at number 5, gosh, this is crazy. I loved this one though. I loved it, but not as much as the other one. Ugh, no, I'm lying. Number 5, I'm gonna put Heartstopper Volume 3. I love this one though. Each Heartstopper novel or like graphic novel that comes out, I'm just like, I love it. Ooh, but this one broke me. This one got to my heartstrings a little too much. At number 4, I'm gonna put Volume 5. This one got me. I'ma just say that. And then at number 3, here's the bronze medal. At number 3, I'm gonna put Heartstopper Volume 4. Volume 4 hurt and healed me at the same time. This one's crazy. And then, of course, at number 2, Volume 1. This one is, you can't really beat it, because this is one that started it all. And it's beautiful, and it's so wonderful, and I loved going through this one. I think I want to go through it again. I think I'm gonna go through all of these graphic novels again before the movie comes out. Low-key, I really want to get the Barnes & Noble like special edition version, the hardcover one, because it's so pretty, but I also know I don't need it because I already have this one. Okay, that one was difficult. Let's just take a breather and pat ourselves on the back for getting through that. All right, let's get on to number 1. If you couldn't guess already, based on process of elimination, let's get into it. The Gold Medal, one of my favorite books now that I kind of want to reread, but I know it's gonna get to me. The reason why it's my number 1 is because I relate to this on so many levels, and this is something I wish I had as a teenager, which I think is the cool thing about Alice Oseman, is because she writes all these for this next generation to feel seen and heard and understood and represented. So that's why I really wish I had this when I was younger. But as an adult, it's so very healing, and it makes me not feel alone. It's crazy. I have Loveless at number 1. This is one of my favorite books ever. I've talked about this book a lot on this channel, I think. Whenever I talk about a book video, I just reference this because I love it so much. It is about an incoming freshman at college or university, I think it's university, named Georgia, and she is discovering her orientation, some parts of her identity as a theater kid. Me to the core. Again, I love this one. I low-key also want to get a different version of this one because I know there are paperbacks. There's also a UK version with covers that are so pretty, and I kind of want to get those as well, but I know I don't need them because I have all of them individually. It's just for the aesthetic. It'll just be pleasant to look at. I read this one after Radio Silence, and I loved Radio Silence already, and then I got into this one, and I think I teared up a lot reading this. My heart. I think this is one of the books that I would tell people is like a big part of me. Like, oh, like tell me some of the books that feel like you or like represent you in a huge way. This one. I really need to get into this one again. It's so good. It's so beautiful, and it's me. essentially. All right, so those are my rankings of all of the Alice Oseman novels and books and novellas that I currently have and have read. I am so excited for anything else that she writes after this. I'm so excited for the Heartstopper movie that is going to be out, I think, next year. I thought it was going to be out in October, like in a few weeks, but I think it's next year. And honestly, I can wait a little bit. I've got the webtoons. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me on these rankings. Let me know your rankings of any of the books that you have read of hers. Let me know your favorite Alice Oseman books. Let's just nerd out about Alice Oseman, shall we? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Subscribe so we can hang out some more, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!